Hello everyone, Zoltan here. Today is Wednesday, June 1st, 2022. We're officially in June. Just wanted to share my thought for the day, and that is you don't have to worry about all the things that you need to get done that may be overwhelming. You may have a big project looming or a huge task or really important things to take care of that may be complex. But for one day and one step at a time, you could just use your intuition, trust your instinct about what is the next step that you can take that just moves you a little bit closer to what you need to have finished. It might be something like just organizing, like getting, if you have a bunch of content, you may just make an outline of what's there, or so there are small steps that you can take forward that will reduce the anxiety of how big the task is, and that's so important to not get overwhelmed, and then also have a sense of peace as you go through each day and have some sense of accomplishment, even if they're small steps. And you put all those together, and then before you know it, you've got a pretty big job and a pretty complex task nearly finished, and then just a few more steps and it's done. And so that's an even bigger encouragement down the road. So I encourage all of you to trust yourself, to trust your instinct about what is the next step you can do that would give you peace, just to have a better understanding about the task, or a conversation you can have about it. There are many things that you can do that don't necessarily seem as productive on the surface that can be very productive, because it kind of sets that path and gets you moving forward into higher levels of productivity in general, or for a particular task or project. And there's a scripture that I really love. It's one of my favorite ones in the entire Bible. It's Jesus speaking, the book of John, chapter 14. One of my favorite chapters. It's just so full of faith and possibilities. He begins just saying, "Let your heart not be troubled." And that may seem easy to do when there are overwhelming things looming overhead, but it's really true. That's the goal every day. Don't let your heart be troubled. And then even later on in verse 27, he says, "Peace I leave with you, not as the world gives, but I give you peace. Let your heart not be troubled, and let it not be afraid." So he repeats it again. Let your heart not be troubled, let it not be afraid. There are so many things instinctively that get us worried, even if we don't say, "Oh, well, I'm not afraid," but there's some kind of a tension that there really is rooted in fear, and we don't have to have it. And your whole life experience is completely different when you really take hold of that for your thoughts, for your spirit, for your heart, where you're just trusting in God and you're doing what you can, and you take one step forward every day and you move forward. So that's my thought for the day. God bless you all. I look forward to seeing you soon.